Hi, my name is Deepak. I am an Android Nano degree graduate. I have been in Android development from last 6 to 8 months. So in this video, I am going to talk about Android callback methods. I mean activity lifecycle methods. So let me tell you about activities. What is an activity in an Android? So an activity in Android is nothing but you can think of it as a single screen which shows you some components with which you can interact with. For example, there are views in Android which can be interacted by the user. So let me show you a demonstration of how an activity looks like in an app. So you can see here my screen of my mobile phone. So the activity is just like this. See, if we open gallery app, you can see some images. So an activity displays them. So let me tell you what we can do with an activity. So in activity you can display any image view or text view, or you can pop up a message for any operation you are doing in your app. So there are certain callback methods present in the Android activity lifecycle. So I will be going zooming into each methods line by line. So let me start with the first very first method in Android lifecycle methods. The first one is on create. So what does this method in an app does? So this method simply creates the components which you want to show on your screen. So let's suppose you want to show an image with a text view. Image is the name image of the person, and the text view displays the name of the person. So if you want to show this image and text view, first you have to make it. I mean you need to create it. So the creation of the image view and the text view can take place in onCreate method. So it just creates it, but don't display it to the user. So when it will be displaying it to the user, so it will display when onStart and onResume methods are called. So I have forgotten to tell you the order in which they are executed. So whenever the user opens the app for the first time, then onCreate will be called, and after then onStart, and after that onResume will be called. So when the onResume method is called, then the app is available for the user to interact. So let me show you with an example. You can let me open Play Store app. When you open the app for the first time, so you can see the content which is displayed by the app. So this is the when on create, on start, and on resume methods are called. So whenever I click on home button, then on pause and on stop methods are executed consecutively. So so many of them might having doubt in about when only on pause method is called in Android. So whenever the screen of your app is partially blocked by any dialog such as alert dialogs in Android or a fragment dialog, so then only on pause method is called. So what happens is the activity which with the user is seeing is partially blocked. It doesn't mean that it is destroyed. So it just calls on pause. As the name denotes, it's just pausing the activity present behind the alert dialog. So let me come to the next method, on destroy. So when on destroy is called in Android, so whenever the Android OS is not able to assign any memory to your app, I mean any memory to your activity, then on destroy is called. Or similarly, there is a case when the on destroy method is called in Android. So whenever you call the method finish, then the activity will be destroyed. It means the activity doesn't it won't be present in the recent apps stack. So you might be knowing that whenever we open an app and we go back to, let me show you an example. If you open settings app, so this is when on create, on start and on resume methods are called. So after these methods are executed consecutively, I'm able to see the screen of the app and the contents drawn onto the activity. So whenever I go back, this is when on stop and on pause and on stop methods are called consecutively. So you might be knowing that there is an option, there is an navigation button in every device nowadays in smartphones. When we click on it, you will be shown with some of the recent apps open in your RAM. So if you open the app, if you go to the app again, this is when on restart, on start and on resume are created again to display the contents of the app. So let me tell you another case in which a different method is called, which is so whenever the app is running, when the mode of the when orientation is changed, then the app is created again. It will be, the callback methods will be executed from starting from on create, on start and on stop, on resume. So whenever the app is navigated back, if you got when you are for example, if you're working on a messaging app and you got a message from WhatsApp that your friend has sent some message, if you click on the notification, you are directed to the WhatsApp app. So whenever you come back by pressing back button, on pause and recreate, on start, on restart, on start and on resume methods are called consecutively. So let me tell you with an example again. So if you are having an email app, whenever you open the app, sometimes it won't be visible. You might not be seeing your messages which came to you. So this is due to it is created. It might be loading data from APIs, web services, or it might be loading data from cloud using sync adapters to display onto the screen. So this is all about activity lifecycle methods in Android. So let me summarize all of the concepts we have been discussing in this video. So what is an activity? By starting, I have started by telling the definition of activity. So activity is nothing but it's a single screen in your app. So remember that any app can contain many activities. So only one activity is displayed when the user launches it. So whatever the methods I have been telling you are related to the activity which is running when the user is clicking on the app for the first time. So I have been telling you about activity life cycles for now. So let me tell you the use cases, where we can use these activity life cycle methods. So actually we use activity life cycle methods to know whether the app is running or not running. So there are two cases, whether the app is running or not by the user. So activity lifecycle methods helps a developer to develop an app that behaves in a way that is user friendly. Let me tell you with an example. If you want to develop a media player app which plays the songs present in your local storage. So let's suppose a user is listening to a song and he gets a call from his friend. So what should the app should do? So it should stop the music So this can be done only through lifecycle methods. So how can I tell how I am able to tell you this? Because whenever the user attends this call, the activity is partially, the methods of activity lifecycle, they are on pause and on stop are called consecutively, because the user is navigating from the present app to the so he is talking on phone, so he is navigating to another app, which is a phone call app, let's suppose. So this is where the activity lifecycle method comes into role. So let me show you with an example. Let's suppose you are using YouTube app. When you open it for the first time, as said by me, the three methods on create, on start, and on resume methods are called consecutively. So after these methods are called, I'm able to see this content on this app. So as I said, I can perform any actions on the activity. So displaying something is also a use case of activity. So it is used to display anything on the screen. So whenever I navigate back, so it is stored in the recent app stack. So whenever, as I told by me, whenever I'm going to press on this home button, the two methods which are called consecutively are on pause and on stop. So it doesn't mean the app is deleted. It is we are killing the app. We are removing it from the RAM. So it doesn't mean that it is killed by the user. It is still present in the RAM. It is executing in the background. So whenever I navigate to the recent stack, you can see the YouTube app still present in the memory. If it's visible on recent app, it is present in the memory. If I click on it, again the app is created. The state is created again. So on recreate, on restart and on start and on resume are called consecutively. So after this, whenever I clear it from the recent app stack, on destroy method is called. Not only when we kill the app, the method on destroy method is called not only when we kill the app manually, but also when the Android system is not able to assign memory to the app. So from this we can have another use case through activity lifecycle methods, that is managing memory resources efficiently. Because we don't have much memory in Android devices, we won't be having memory like 1 TB, 500 GB, 1 GB. We are just having max up to 32 GB, I think. But even though 32 GB is present, we want to manage it efficiently so that the user won't be facing any issue with the app. So to summarize, these methods help us in making the app user friendly, and it makes the app to behave properly with the user. I have been covering the important concept in Android, which is activity lifecycle methods. So thank you for bearing with me through this video, and I would like to thank Udacity for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.